Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Great. Okay. So tonight's going to be talking about what is and isn't happening. Okay, so judging by a demand of trades posted, or how do you say, responding to alerts, I gather that most people find it hard to do follow-up on a special candle, etc. And being human beings, we probably would like to either know whether something's met criteria after the alert happens, and then that it could be confirmed 10, 20, 80 candles later. Okay, so still staying with the fulcrum, the central action and activity, which is the vertical line. In mind that what the people may want is something simple and now. Okay, so once again, it's really software doing the work, selecting these are your vertical lines that you've always had, yeah. Okay, so main difference is you've got another additional window, yeah. So you notice that there's 5 windows. Well, if I'm going to go and get you so you can go and actually get a confirmation on the candle straight after the alert, I can't do it with the windows I have. I have to actually adapt things so that all these things are brought forward, and you can get your confirmation when you get the alert. Okay, so that's needed a couple of adjustments. Okay, so vertical line alert, we all know we get the alert on the candle once the candle closes, so in a new candle. Okay, and we answer the questions with regards to whether we can enter that trade. Okay, so once a vertical line is confirmed and the criteria is met, we mark out all our trade management. Okay, so it's still the fulcrum, and I'll just share the screen, but I just have to shift the steps a bit. So let's have a look. New share. New share. Okay, it wasn't that one. Okay. So as you can see, still step 1, step 2, step 3. Now, previously, step 1, would you get an alert, the special candles marked, and you'd actually have to put all your horizontal lines, because most times the candle straight after, when you get the alert, criteria wouldn't be met, so you're waiting. So in preparation, you draw your horizontal lines. Yep. So we're going to go and have confirmed entry or confirmed criteria on the candle after the vertical line, then if it's confirmed, we need to put a order in straight away, don't we? We don't actually have time to actually do all the preparation for trade management, okay? But we do have our take profit stop loss, TPSL. So we have that set at say 300 and 300, which will give us time to do our trade management after we enter our trade. And I'll go through each example on the charts. Because as soon as we place an order, automatically it'll place us a default stop level and take profit for us, which will allow us to take a quick snapshot of the trade we just entered. And then what we'll do, okay, as you see, as soon as you get a vertical line, you're seeing if criteria is met. If criteria is met and price in the right trading zone, you place a trade. Yeah. So at this, it's then after that, the trade's on, and the TPSL's done is take default stop level and take profit for you. Then you can actually mark out all your horizontal lines, and then you can drag your default, the stop level from TPSL to its correct spot, and you take profit to the correct spot, okay? So all the same steps, just has to be obviously adjusted in the sequence to follow the flow. Okay, so in this way, you always have to exit if a diamond comes up with a line joining, just as before. Okay, so nothing's really changed in that respect. Okay, are there any questions? Okay. Yep, everybody will get it. Okay, everybody will get a copy. So once again, as we said, what I've noticed is, yeah, if it's as human beings, we want it yesterday, not yesterday, right now, when the alert just gave me the alert that there's a vertical line. Okay, so your channel lines. Okay, let's just get to an example of where we can go and draw some lines. Okay. All right, I will just do it. We'll do it on the on the 5 minute. Okay, so this alert came. The candle after the price actually opened in the wrong zone, didn't it? So we on step 2 wouldn't be able to enter it, but assume that it is in the right zone. Okay, you've placed your trade. Okay, so your trade's on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put a green color, because green is the color that your order would look like there. Okay, that's what your DPSL will do. Yeah, once you put that on, it'll actually put let's see, in this case it would be putting a 30 pip stop level. So when we place an order after we've confirmed this vertical line, okay, after we confirm this vertical line, we placed an order because we've already confirmed criteria. And once again, yeah, let me just put the defaults. Then we'll do the step 3. Horizontal line to be red. Okay, yep, that's fine. Okay, so when you place an order, it's naked, and the TPSL places stop stop level to take profit level. Okay, our stop level is that the TPSL put for us. It's going to be 30 pips below it. There. And 30 pips up. Okay, that's the TPSL's job. Okay. Okay. So that's what the trade's going to look like. Straight after you answer the criteria is met, it's the right zone, you place the trade automatically, TPSL puts your stop loss and take profit for you. Okay. Now we do step 3. Okay, we work out where these lines actually have to be. Okay, so here's where we put our yellow lines. I'll answer that question when I finish doing this example, okay? I had to go and do those lines for the order because we haven't placed a real order yet, okay? Okay, so on that sheet, we'll go back to, it's just the normal ones. You place the yellow line at the open price of the candle, which is here. You place one at the riverbank that it's going towards. Okay. Channel line. Okay, channel lines down here. Okay, now we do the defaults. So from here, 30 pips down. So default stop levels here, on the bottom of that. And our take profit is 30 pips from here. Okay. Just there. Okay. So you see what I've done? I've placed, the trade's been placed. I do my trade management. So now in our trade management, it says I have to drag my stop loss to the trade management, where trade management, which is the default. So I've moved that down, and my take profit can be at the default, or I can put it at any of the other marks. Okay. The thing is, if it doesn't quite reach it and you get a diamond with a current high with a dotted white line, you exit. If not, you'll hit just, you expect it to hit your take profit. Or if you want to go and be more sure that the trade's going to get there, then you can have your targeted default. Okay, it's the stop level that we don't move. Okay, but profit we can always aim for more, because we know that if it doesn't get there, we'll get a diamond with a dotted line there. As you can see, that trade is moving towards there. Okay, so basically if it was in the right zone, that's our expectation. So very much what you've already been doing. Okay, the only difference is we're acting upon it on the candle after, when we get the alert, which is on this candle after the dotted line. Yeah. Okay, so criteria is still, you know, current low red diamond. Yeah, orange line below center line dotted yellow or green. Yep. And we'll just, okay, let me just have a look at that question. Well, Peter, we've got 4 charts, an M5, an M15, an M30, and a H1 and a H4, or even a daily. We can't set every TPSL to the chart because it'll confuse it. Okay, they're all going to go and compete to do the default. So we're going to go and find an average that moves it far enough, but not too far away, that will suit all the time frame charts. Does that make sense? Because we do the trade management, as you just see, I've just done now, and we actually move it to where it has to be for that chart that we entered. But we rely on the TPSL to stop our trade from being naked. A naked trade's a trade that doesn't have a stop loss or take profit. Okay, so when we place an order, that's not going to have one. So that's why we have the TPSL there, and that's just to guard against the market suddenly spiking and taking more than what we're willing to put that safe. Okay, that makes sense to everybody? Would somebody please type yes? Yes. Okay, good. Thanks, Pete. But yeah, because we do have 4 charts and we can't have different TPSL on every single one. So we just have to pick a general one, and 30 pips, it's a good average halfway between, you know, a 5-minute and an hour one. Okay, so, but once again, you can suit it to your own taste. You might make it 40 pips. But just remember, it's only there until you move it to your yellow horizontal lines that you mark for trade management, as I just did there. Okay, so where the TPLs places it, it's not its final destination. Its final destination is at the yellow lines that we actually mark based on the unique candle, yeah, from the open price of the unique candle. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can check out to see if the criteria is correct. Okay, one way is on the website, of course. Okay, so one I've prepared a little bit earlier. Okay, so FPH stands for fulcrum pip harvester. Okay, so basically we're still looking to take as many pips as the market is showing it that it wants to give us. Okay, but we're basing our entry on a unique candle that's marked by the software. Yep. So you can see here, I've given a bit of an explanation. And this is pretty much, you know, on your Fulcrum PDF. Yeah, step 1, at the open of the new candle after the special candle has been identified and marked by its vertical line, we assess to see if the special candle has met vertical line criteria. Okay, so that's a picture of the template. Okay, normal stuff. Let's always refresh chart before assessing them. Note 1, current time frame high or low diamonds always have dotted white lines connected to them. Note 2, there will be current time frame diamond trade entry opportunities. For these, a screenshot if you spot one and post it to the forum for can get confirmed. Okay, because once again, this is down the track. The design of this particular template does allow us to take those sort of ones. Okay, but I can't put it in the assessor. So those, as you get more used to screenshotting again and seeing it as it's happening in front of you, you'll find that the assessments there for those particular entries will become quite obvious. Okay, and just a reminder of safe stop levels. You know, when you place a trade, drag it to low channel, etc., or default, because we set a default level by those yellow horizontal lines that we place in step 3 of the fulcrum. And obviously our default targets are default profit target, channel line, riverbank, and a diamond appearing joined by a white dot line signals manual exit. Okay, default stop levels, and there's your criteria. Okay, 7 questions. Is there blue line on previous candle? You wouldn't be asking it unless it has it, but just in case you get there without having a line alert telling you to, then that question will tell you, okay, there's no blue line, why am I here? But if there is, then you tick that. Did open price open below river center line? Is this river center line dotted yellow or green? Orange line below center line? So pretty much just the criteria that you currently have. Yep. barring there, where once we get past all the window 1 questions, we go to window 2, 3, 4, and 5, yeah? The 5th question is there green shading in window 2? Yes or no? 6, is there green shading in window 3? Yes or no? And then the last one is there green shading in W4 and W5? Okay, so obviously they both have to be green or both have to be pink. If they aren't, it's going to be a no. You need both of them to be the right color, and if it's not the right color, there won't be a trade. Okay, so in this way, okay, you can virtually answer the question, submit, and have everything on your screen. So for those that find it hard to have a piece of paper next to them, you've got the luxury of now having it on the screen here. Oops, I don't know whether you can see that. So your screen is paused. Okay, sorry. Resume share. What I was trying to do is show both the questions and the chart, and Zoom doesn't allow me to actually have 2 screens concurrent. Okay, so we'll just go back to this one. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's obviously under the crocodile, yeah. Okay, so once again, it's just really those things that we're looking at. We're not really looking for all right. So those are the same steps that are on here. All right. Now just go back to the screen. Okay. So that's a perfect example of why when we have a diamond, current time frame high diamond, we know because a dotted white line has joined it while we exit, because probability that it's actually going to go the opposite way, and it also signals a timely place to take profit. Okay, and the good thing is because it gives us an alert if we're awake on the computer or we're falling asleep, it will wake us up. Okay, so now just once again, I'll go through what's required. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, so vertical line appears. You come to your computer, criteria. Is there a vertical line? Previous candle? Yes. Is river center line dotted yellow or pink? Yes. Dotted yellow, green. Orange line below river center line. Window 2 green, yes. Window 3 green, no. Window 4 and 5 both green, yes. Okay. So now we'll go and answer the question. You'll see what what the assessor says. But okay, and Aussie buy, blue vertical line, yes. Price open below river center line, dotted yellow, orange line below river center line, yes. Shading in window 2, yes. Green shading window 3, no. Window shading window 4, 5, yes. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so if you don't want to make the decision, all you do is just pump it into the assessor. It'll tell you yes or no. Okay, any questions? Okay, no questions. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. So one of the things is that I am expecting when a vertical line comes that I will get there will always be a diamond if it's confirmed, yes. And I'm actually expecting price on the majority of times to actually hit the channel and the opposite riverbank. Okay, so when we're marking out these things, you'll find that the majority of the times they do. Okay, and on its way, if it doesn't get there, it'll give you a blue diamond alert. If it's got a dotted line, you exit. Okay, very simple. You know, everything's got an action. All we need to do is listen to them. Yeah. And yes, you know, over here on the 15, we may not have got an entry, but on the 5 minute, we would have. Okay. So your charts, I'll mark it just to show you. Okay. So these two lines, because we've don't have green in both windows 2 and 3, because if you have nothing in window 2, that's the same as that doesn't have green shading. Okay, so that would have been a no answer, and a no answer. 2 no answers is going to give you a no entry. Okay, so let me drop back to a 5, and you'll see that. Okay. You can see that there's actually a blue line there, and there's a blue line there. Okay. Plus, so they're the yellow lines from the 15 minutes. So in the 5 minutes, you actually got a blue line underneath that yellow line, this blue, and this blue. Okay. So where the 2 yellow lines are, you can see criteria is met. Okay. Green center line, orange below, green in window 2, windows 4 and 5 are green. Yeah, price open of that. So we know one of the things we've got to realize is if there's a trade, one of the charts will give us, and if none of the charts give us, so what? Next, please. Okay, don't get hung up on it if you can't get in. Okay, it's job of the software is to actually just present things that are trades that are actually going to reach a destination, a profitable one. Okay, so 45 pips. Most people will be happy with that. Stop level will be down here. Okay, our default stop level for a 5 minute is 20 pips or channel. Yep. So our default take profit would be 62 pips. It didn't get there, but we got a diamond alert with a white line saying we should exit. Okay. So either way, we got covered and we've been notified to exit the trade earlier. Okay, so you will have more questions and that. And yes, there's obviously a lot more. There's a lot more that can be seen on the chart and that, but that's for you to notice and to ask questions, okay? But if you just follow these steps, I'm sure that you should be able to get at least 1 or 2 trades, because you're going there on the spot, and that if you got any questions, post it, and we shall move from there. So yeah, so once again, I can only assume that inactivity is because having to go and wait for X amount of candles to confirm and all that's just a bit too much. So hopefully not having to wait to confirm might suit you people better. Okay, so yeah, as I said, whether you post or you don't post, it still tells me a message. I'm just addressing it. All right, so hopefully this will satisfy most people's needs of instant or yesterday. And yeah, and provide us with the foundation we need to go move on and actually put the trades on, and then review it after each week and see, okay, I got that many. How hard was it? Was I too busy most of the time, etc., and all that. The usual thing. Any questions? If there's no questions, send you the templates. Realize that I wouldn't be sending this or creating it if there was enough activity to suggest that everybody was happy, and even although the fulcrum in its original state, I haven't really changed it. I've just adjusted it so that yeah, to bring it to now instead of some delayed gratification. Okay, so hopefully I've read the message correctly that you guys are sending me. Okay, so enjoy. Oh, it doesn't have to be. If you're happy with that, you can keep using it, Peter. This is an option for the people that don't have the patience for the old one. Okay, that's really more on what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just the feel I get, because it's a lot of information to carry over and take 13 screenshots and get no reward for it. So I gather from Bob's effort of doing the sessions, posting those screenshots at the time, that creates some angst and resistance to move forward. So hopefully these templates have to be adjusted, because what I'm asking for the software to do is to go and present you with something now. Yeah. So what can I say? It's just how to just be revamped to hopefully a more edible and consumable product. Okay. Pete, you don't have to do it. You can keep doing the one you have. Yeah. It's a choice. Okay. It's a choice for the people that aren't active at the moment for it. Yeah. It's still taking advantage of the vertical lines, still the same vertical lines. Yeah. So the advantage is for the people. I don't want to have to sell it to people. If I have to sell it, then it's not going to work. Okay. For those who want to try it, best ways to try it: post it, sell it to themselves. Okay. It's not a saleable item. Either it works for you because you're able to get an answer on the candle after the vertical line. Okay. And you'll find that when windows 2, 3, 4, and 5 all green and the vertical line comes up, it's the right zone, pretty much 95% that's going to be a very strong trade. All right. So if that's what people are happy with, it'll sell itself. It doesn't need me to sell. Okay, does really not need me to sell. Okay, so you can see. Okay, whenever you have all 4 windows green, it's a very strong sell. I'm buy. Yeah, it doesn't mean the ones that only have 2 pinks couldn't be a sell, but this only identifies the ones that have a higher probability. Yeah, so obviously the more windows that are ticked off, the higher probability. Visually, it makes it quite easy to see. Yeah. The additional benefits of it, okay? What window 2 is? Window 2 is pretty much a version for FPH from Diamond Pip Harvester, okay? So it can see up to the 4 hours, okay? That's a 15-minute chart, sorry. Okay, so over here on the 15-minute, it uses the 15-minute and the 4 hours. So when the 15 minutes go in the same direction as the 4 hour, you'll get green, okay? So window 2 lends itself. Window 3, 4, and 5 is your current windows 2, 3, and 4, okay? So window 2 is the new addition, and what it brings to the table is it actually lines up the shading with a time frame higher, in this case the 4 hour. Okay, so as you can see, our 4 hours started some time back. Okay, you can see the little green hat. So our highest point was there, and our four hours didn't become a low in the 4 hours until Friday. Yeah, you can see down here, and you can see the green hat. So virtually every time the 15 goes in retracement in the opposite direction, you have a blank spot. Every time the 15-minute resumes the same direction as the 4 hours, you get pink. That in itself, when it occurs and it lines up with all the other shadings in every other window, definitely amounts to a very strong trade that I'd find it highly likely that you would lose on. Yeah. So yeah. So each of the smaller time frames, the 5-minute is using the 15-minute and the 4 hours. Okay. Your 5-minute, the river that I have in the 5 minutes is actually the exact dimensions of the standard 15-minute. Okay, so it's a very advanced screenshot. There's a lot of software and that's went into it. So when you're trading, yeah, you really are trading when the criteria is met in a very strong position. Okay, so either trades there or it's not. You know, the software's job is to go and identify the strongest possibilities, and yeah. Okay, so I'll leave it to the ones that would like to have it to WhatsApp me or email me, and I'll send it. Okay, but yeah, so this is for the people that are not doing, would like it right now and don't like waiting to confirm, etc. Okay, which seems to be a lot of people out there at the moment. In fact, the majority of the human race. All right, so have a good night. And my time's just to run out. I'll have this up in half an hour and I'll send a link to you, okay? So thank you and have a great night. And I'll follow up next week and hopefully during the week if there's questions relating to it, okay? But it's not a hard